So basically this weekend I got to go to the Chris Rock show here in LA at the Dolby Theater. And my man and I went to the show, and my homegirl Tina, shouts to Tina Ferris, is the tour manager. So she had hit us up and said, hey, if you want to come through, I got tickets for you. So it's not just us coming to the show. We knew we were going to be backstage. It was going to be a whole, nice, easygoing time. What we didn't know was who else was going to be backstage. Okay. So we get to the show, we get to the table where we got to pick up our tickets, and I look up, and it's Paul McCartney, also at the table picking up his tickets. Paul McCartney, as in the Beatles, Paul McCartney. Okay,
the Paul
McCartney, as in Hey Jude, Paul McCartney. Okay, Paul McCartney is a legendary musician and songwriter. And whether you're a Beatles fan or not, like, you got to respect that. You simply just got to respect that this man is still alive. He's still here. He's still kicking. And he's part of one of the most successful groups of all time. And they were one of the most successful groups because they made great music, right? Like, I think that's the thing. They made great music, and they made timeless songs that still last to this day. And my mom is a huge Beatles fan. So this also touched me in my heart. So, I'm trying to play it cool, like, but I really was like kind of fangirling, and so I didn't say nothing. So then we go into Chris's dressing room and I say hi to Chris. I see my homegirl Melody Asani, who's about to pop because she's like 8 months pregnant and a couple weeks. And we're talking to her husband, Flea, who is the bass player of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But then, like, Chad, the drummer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, walks in, and then Anthony Kiedis. So it was all the Peppers in one
Oh my God.
And my 90s little grunge heart was like, I mean, is Green Day about to walk around the corner? Like, this is too much for me. So, but who did walk around the corner? Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. Just like, hey. And when I'm in this kind of room, I feel like I get a little bit of imposter syndrome, because you're just like, wow, I'm with so many greats. But then you have to remind yourself, yeah, but like, you here. So we watched the show, and so on our way to watch the show, this white guy and his wife, this elder couple, come up and hug me and Devon. And they're like, oh, we haven't seen you in so long. And me and Devon are looking at each other like, who are these people? Why are they hugging us? And then they just keep going. So after the show, we're back in Chris's dressing room, and everybody's just milling about and, just talking about the show, and, people are drinking. It's just a real cool, chill vibe. And the same elder white man comes up to Devon and is talking to Devon. And Devon says to him, who do you think I am?
Oh,
and he says, you're not Pharrell?
Oh!
So Devon comes and says to us, so I'm talking to my homegirl Grace, who's also there. She is Adrienne Bailon and Angie Martinez's stylist. So she's there. We're chatting because we became cool doing the reel. So we're having a good old time. And Devon comes and sits down and is like, okay, I had to tell him I'm not Pharrell. And we're like, ha, ha, ha. And he's like, yeah, it was crazy. I asked him who is he? And he said, I'm Jimmy Buffett. What?
Whoa, Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett.
Listen. Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett.
Wow.
And hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Jimmy Buffett. Man. So we're sitting there like, you didn't know that was Jimmy Buffett? And he was like, no. But then I'm like, Amanda, you didn't know that was Jimmy Buffett. Like, I mean, I feel like, Jimmy Buffett just has like a regular white guy vibe about him, and that's why people love him. So that was hilarious. Now Paul McCartney's in here, and I was gonna leave because I was feeling like, it's VIP, like I don't want to be like trying to press people for a picture. And then I just was like, nah, bump that. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. I got to get a picture with Paul McCartney if I can get a picture with Paul McCartney. So I'm sitting there plotting on how I'm gonna get this picture, but then I look over and I see another sister plotting on how she's gonna get her picture. So we look at each other. I'm like, you trying to get that picture with Paul McCartney? She said, girl, I'm trying to do it. So I was like, you know what? We just need to come together. So we both was like, Mr. McCartney. Then there was a brother who was like, y'all trying to get a picture with McCartney? Let me go. And that is exactly how the world works. Black women got focused, and then a brother was like, I'm rocking with y'all. And he came right on board. I said, Mr. McCartney, you got a delegation of Black folks that are lining up wanting to take a picture with you. You just got to do it. So apparently he doesn't take pictures with people. So I think it was actually really gracious of him to even grant us this. So we start taking the pictures. Him, me, Devon taking the picture. We finished taking the picture. And the sis who was taking the picture says, girl, somebody was photobombing your picture. And I'm like, oh, ha. Because I'm thinking it's like a photobomb like in the back. Y'all, I look at my phone and there is some lady in the picture with her head sticking out of my shoulder like a growth. Why are you in my picture? Why are you in my picture? Don't do that to people. This is Paul McCartney.
I never.
You know, I had to ask Paul McCartney for another picture. I was I got to do it. I got to do it. I said, Paul, I got to do it. I got to do it because she was in the picture and I can't send that to my mama. I can't send it to my mama. And Paul very graciously granted us another picture.